that the professoriate, that the faculties are populated by some of the most extreme kooks that this country produces. And they are disguised as intellectuals, deep thinkers, even almost an aristocracy. And they're kooks. And the more we learn about some of the professors, it doesn't matter. It could be Ivy League, it could be division, junior college, whatever. They're just everywhere. And they're some of the most lame-brained people. And like this Catherine McKinnon teaching girls in her feminist class that all sex is rape, even the sex in marriage. And she taught that class for years. And I guarantee you that young women came out of that class believing, obviously. And then I can't think off the top of my head any other examples, but they are legion. They don't have time to list them all. Some of the weird stuff, and not just feminist studies. I mean, everything. Environmental studies, you name it, that's coming out of college campuses today. But women's studies, I think, is really where some of the most irresponsible, damaging, destructive stuff is being taught to young women today. It is so bad that increasingly young men are deciding not to even go. They don't even want to be around the young women who are coming out of these classes. And there's a story here, it's a UK Daily Mail. It is about a woman celebrating 10 years of marriage to her 2 pet cats. Now, I will admit to you that this is uproariously funny. And 10, 15, 20 years ago, we'd have had a whole update ready to go and making fun of this and laughing at it and so. But the problem is, this is not that strange anymore. And I think this is the kind of crap that happens to women when the feminazis are turned loose on them. Everywhere they run into them, be it on college campus, wherever feminazis run into unsuspecting young women and get their hooks into them, they end up hating men, thinking that they're going to get raped every time they leave the house. They're taught that men are a predator culture just waiting to descend on them and cast them aside after they use it. It's sick. It is really sick. And these feminists are a bunch of bitter women to whom life has been very unfair, and they're taking it all out on these young women that end up in their courses or classrooms or wherever else. This woman's name is Barbarella. What does that tell you? She's 48 years old, Barbarella Buckner, celebrating a 10th anniversary of her marriage. She married 14-year-old cats Spider and Lugosi in January of 2004. She says that they make her happier than a human husband ever could. Now, stop, and she is serious. Now, as I say, 10, 15 years ago, this would have been one of the lead items in the first hour. We'd be laughing ourselves silly for the other 2 hours. I remember those days. And we would have had a feminazi update, and we still could. She says her 2 cats make her happier than a human husband ever could. Wait a minute. There's more. Cats consoled her during a breakup with her last serious boyfriend. She's a Londoner, she now lives in Lanzarote with her feline husband. That's what this story says. When Barbarella Buckner split from her partner of 7 years, the 48-year-old thought she would never find love again. But then, love struck again, albeit from a very unusual direction. Now Ms. Buckner is happily married once more to her 2 pet cats. She's a web designer. She says she's never been happier. She's so devoted to her feline husbands, Spider and Lugosi, that she has their initials tattooed on her right leg. I guarantee you no human male would ever get near this woman. And she probably knows it. Now, I think this is, you might say, well, Rush, this woman's nuts. I doubt this woman was born this crazy, is my point. I doubt very seriously that when this woman was a teenager that she fantasized about marrying a couple of male cats. I doubt that she ever thought she would ever say that she's never been happier as a human being than being married to her 2 cats. And I doubt when she was 18 or 20 that she ever said or thought that she had no plans to find a human husband. So something got hold of this woman. Well, okay, maybe she was hurt in a I don't know, but if that's the reason, everybody gets hurt in a relationship. Why haven't I married my cats? I'm telling you. I know we have to have room in our population for everybody and for all kinds. And she can marry her cats. I don't care. It's not about that. I'm more interested in, there's a serious news story here where this woman's making these claims. Maybe she's publicity hound, I don't know, but there's a picture of her. There's a picture of her here on the couch with the two cats, happily married. Barbarella Buckner, happily married to her two. What? What questions have to be answered? What questions are there? What legitimate questions are there? Oh, how the cats make her happy? I guarantee you it's all spiritual. This is the point. Are you sitting there, you pervert, are you sitting there wondering about how the cats make her physically happy? There's no way. I guarantee. I know. Well, husbands used to do things for wives, but that's the point. Husbands use wives now. That's what these women are taught. Do the cats moan? Have to ask Jameis Winston. I wouldn't know. But I guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee, I don't really know. I'm guessing that I'm going to use a huge benefit of the doubt that there aren't any conjugal relations in this marriage with the two cats. I guarantee this is spiritual. What's wrong with this woman? What's wrong with this woman? She is certifiable. I don't think she's been certified yet. That's the point. But something got hold of her. Why in the world? You can't have this without a concomitant. I love saying concomitant. It drives people crazy. View of men. You have to have been poisoned about men. And who's doing that? Is my point. The feminazis.